escapism has never really been good to a man. What that means is that in order for you to succeed in life and in order for you to get somewhere in life, you have to face challenges and hardships. There is no workaround. You will have to face the challenges and hardships and be comfortable with dealing with hardships. Be comfortable with pain. But the reason I'm making this video is because I want to target a form of escapism which is the most brutal. And this form of escapism makes you so lonely. I want you to understand how lonely would it be if you're not even being seen by yourself, let alone be being seen by other people, let alone be being seen by your family member, your spouse, or your kids, or your friend, or your brother, or your sister, anybody. When you deny yourself, when you deny watching yourself and observing yourself and facing yourself, your deepest insecurities, your deepest fears and desires that you think makes you unholy, makes you a sinner, then be it. Be a sinner and look at yourself the way you are. There are so many forms of escapism today, especially technology has provided us with so many ways to escape ourselves. The biggest thing that I see is everybody is so taken away by technology, so taken away by these AirPods in their ears. Whenever they go out, they're always doing something. You cannot sit with yourself for even a minute. You get uncomfortable because of the fears and the things that come up in your mind. The thoughts that bother you, your own thoughts bother you so much that you cannot really face your own thoughts and your own feelings. That you need a form of it, that you need a form of escape mechanism such as TV or your phone or your reels and so on. Now, there's a spectrum to these things, which means it can go deeper. It can go into pornography, it can go into sex, it can go into alcoholism, drugs, and so on. But at the end of the day, you have to really sit down with yourself, sit with yourself, and sit with the feelings that you're having, the thoughts that you're having, and let them come. Let them come. Stop resisting. Stop resisting something that is irresistible. Start being yourself with yourself first. I'm not saying that you endorse the feelings you have, endorse the fears, that you accept them and glorify them. That is even worse. That causes even more disorders in society. I'm saying without any judgment or without any conclusion in your mind about yourself, look at yourself. Really face your own fears without any judgment, without saying, for example, if you have a certain kind of fear, if you have a certain desire to be validated or to get attention from people or from some specific person, I want you to just look at it instead of labeling yourself as attention seeker, instead of labeling yourself a certain way. I want you to look at yourself and just look at yourself because the entity that is forming a conclusion is not you. From your childhood, you were being told by society, by the people around you, certain things. They programmed you and conditioned you to be a certain way. What you call to be yourself is the collective programming, collective memories and experiences of who you are, collective experiences that you have had. It is that entity that is forming a conclusion. A person with a different childhood will form different conclusions. For some people, certain fears are totally fine, certain actions are totally fine. For other people with a different kind of childhood, when they look at the same action, they may rebuke it. So, you truly want to see yourself the way you are and then understand yourself. Once you understand yourself, eventually you will be liberated from the thing that is holding you back. And then emphasize on learning the truth, something that is unquestionable. Truth is something that is unquestionable, something that cannot be subjective. I want you to use that as a standard. We will get into that later. The objective standard of morality, the objective standard of what is good, what is not good. But the first step is truly to just watch, truly to just observe, truly to be able to sit with yourself. Put your phone down for at least 10 minutes or 15 minutes and just be comfortable with sitting with yourself. Just get comfortable with doing nothing, with not having your AirPods in your ear and playing music all the time, with not watching podcasts or interviews or whatever videos that you watch, entertainment videos, without playing video games. If you get some time in your day when you could be alone, when you could be doing nothing, then just do nothing. I'm not saying don't play games at all. I'm not saying don't watch the reels. I'm not saying that don't go out and play games. Do all of that. They have a place, but give them that place. Don't use these things, technology and all of these materialistic things, to distract yourself from yourself. I want you to imagine how powerful and how strong you would become when you know that you can sit with any feeling you have, any form of suffering you have. You will say, it's okay. It's okay. I can deal with it. That is pain tolerance. Instead of complaining, which at the same time, complaining is a behavior as well, and I wanted to watch that as a behavior as well without forming a conclusion. But I'm just telling you that how strong you would become when you're able to sit with yourself instead of escaping yourself, which to me is weakness. Whenever I think about escaping myself, it is a form of weakness, and I accept it as something that is truth. But for a moment, I want you to just put away all the programming conditions and all the belief systems that you have, to just look at yourself and accept yourself the way you truly are, and it will help you relate with other people as well. It will help you be more empathetic and more understanding toward people as well. And this journey that you take internally will reward you immensely. It will it will start to give you the answers of why certain behaviors, why you act a certain way, why do you have this insecurity. The first step is to be aware of the insecurity. Imagine that you have cough or you have cold and you keep denying that you have a cold. The first step really is to accept that you have a cold and a cough, to recognize that you have it, and then you take medicine. So I want people to understand that technology has become more disconnecting than it has become connecting, and I want people to stop using technology and all these sources for escaping who they truly are. I want people to be able to sit with who they truly are, with their deepest desires, darkest sins that they know, and God knows. And I want you to connect with yourself first. You will start to feel so integrated, and it will give you so much peace. So, escapism as a culture has never been good to a man. Sometimes you need some form of distraction. I understand. Sometimes you need to be playing games. You need to be hanging out with your friends because they take you out of your mind because you're so overwhelmed. But you still have to be able to sit with yourself. You have to be so independent in this thing that you can handle your fears and your sufferings by yourself. You can just sit with yourself and face yourself, to know yourself, to learn yourself. And if you do not know who you truly are, you cannot be who you truly are. And then after this comes the standard of good, the standard of right and wrong that could be implemented in your life. That is a whole new topic, and we will get into it next.